you feel that, Rich?
It's nice and fresh here in South London.
Oh, it's not only fresh, there's an excitement in the air.
There is. I can feel it.
Yeah.
What have we got for me today?
Well, we're out in nature.
We are.
Richmond Park. Do you remember what I promised you last week?
Yes, you promised us something big.
I promised you big, I got you big.
You promised me blue.
I promised you big and I got you big.
All right, so
Rich.
you've got me 50% of what I asked for. So what's missing here?
I got you 50% of what you asked for.
Yeah.
But I really think you're going to like the other 50%.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
Take it away.
We are looking at the MG ZS exclusive.
All right.
First impressions.
First impressions. You know I'm going to say that, don't you? I say it every time.
You've said it, I think, in every single video so far, so I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say.
It again. It's very menacing. It's got this nice beast mode look about it, which is really, really cool. Yeah, first impressions, it's great. I like the light situation going on here. The grille, we can come to that in a little bit. It looks, I'm not 100% on, but the rest of the car, the overall feel is
I mean,
awesome.
the first impression that I got when I saw it was just how big it is.
Yeah, it's an absolute beast, which is great.
Just to take a little look at this charging port at this front, right here, basically you have to push it in.
Ooh.
And then you lift it up.
Look at that, it's like something out of Transformers.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty cool, but I have to say, it does feel a little bit plasticky.
Okay, let's give it a little touch. Tester confirmed, yes it is.
Look, aesthetically, very pleasing. To the touch, a little bit less so.
Can I, do you mind?
Of course, yeah, have a go. Yeah, bit of a creak there.
Well, just want to lube it up a little bit, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're going to have to lube that up for days.
All right.
Tyres.
Your favourite part of the car, you love it.
My favourite part of any car.
What's it called?
Those are 17-inch diamond cut
diamond cut
alloy wheels.
Now I'm sold. Say it again.
Yeah, 17-inch diamond cut alloy wheels.
That was lovely.
And I just love the idea of thinking that there's someone there in the factory, you know, they were like, are you going to cut those wheels up, John? Maybe you can use a knife. And he was like, no, I could use a knife.
Not today, mate.
I'm going to use a diamond.
Diamond. I don't. That could be fake
Pattern,
news.
not completely sold on. Concept, love it.
Cool.
Another thing I have to say about this side of the car that I really like is just how raised it is.
Yeah, it is. It actually is. I had not even noticed that until right this second.
And you're a tall man. This is basically just a straight walking job for you.
Straight in, mate. I'm 6'4", so this actually works really well.
Yeah.
We obviously have a bit of a height difference between us.
Right,
so
don't need to. Well, yeah. It's not like I'm hopping in or anything. I'm doing all right.
Doing a ladder. Doing a ladder. Sorry.
And I've got to say, now that we are talking about height, if you look at the roof, we got silver roof rail here. Yeah. That basically makes this a little bit taller than me.
It does, almost. Is that a panoramic roof I see over there as well?
Don't jump ahead of yourself.
All right,
we're going to get to the panoramic
we'll slow down.
roof
We'll slow
in a
down.
second.
All right, okay.
But stay tuned because that is exciting.
Come to the rear of the vehicle.
The big reveal.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, we've got the rear parking sensors.
Absolutely. That's standard these days.
Yeah, but I think this is my favourite part about the car.
Let's find out why.
Pop this bad boy open.
Watch out.
Look at the boot space on that.
That is impressive.
Well, you know, as usual, we've stuck Tom's gear in there. Same exact gear. I'd say this is probably the neatest fit we've had so far.
Yeah, and obviously drivers do want their boot space if they're doing their airport jobs and stuff like that. They want to be comfortable and assured that they can fit it all in.
Look,
and
mate, you can fit a small family in there if you want.
How small is this family?
Carry two to the airport.
I wouldn't advise that. Not in these modern times. Our Otto team member Abdul did say there's actually a little hack that you can do to expand on that boot space, which I think we can touch on a little bit later on when all of Tom's equipment is out of the way. So I'm really, really impressed. It's top marks on me.
Yeah. But as usual, the real test, it's not how it looks.
No.
It's not how brightly the silver glistens from the top.
Glistening.
Yeah, not how the
I just get
trunk
the point.
pops over.
Come
It's
on.
how it drives,
Yes.
Rich. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
And as usual, another important thing is how you catch.
Oh!
I didn't expect that one.
I told you I was a goalkeeper. I'm actually chuffed about that. That's
That was
made my
actually a
day.
genuine first time.
That was literal first time. All right, let's get cracking.
Let's pop in.
You threw that like there's no tomorrow, man.
here we are.
I'm excited.
Yeah. How does it feel?
Okay, first impressions of the interior. I've got a bit of legroom, which is cool. Bit of height as well. Dashboard seems kind of exactly what I'd expect, really, from an SUV and a kind of modern-day car. I'm sure we could probably touch on some of the more specific parts of that a little bit later on. But yeah, overall, a solid start. Yeah. I'm excited to kind of drive this away and have a bit of fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one thing I'll just draw us attention to is there's this really nice gearbox here in the middle, which obviously you're going to play around with in a bit. But
very futuristic.
It does feel a little bit futuristic. We've also got a nice entertainment screen here. Nice. I'll be honest, I played around with the maps, like most maps.
Well, I think that's a good point to maybe mention one of the small issues that we've had with the car so far.
Which is loud.
Well, there's just a few random sounds that come out of what appears to be nowhere for no reason, and they're very loud as well.
Well, one thing I've noticed is that some cars now, especially with these electric ranges, they have all these notifications and they tell you when the battery's off or when
it's like a phone.
The car's open or when you don't have your keys. But some are a little bit kind of anxiety-inducing with how loud they can get. And this can verge on being a little bit like that at times.
It's like the buzzer to my house, to my flat. When it goes off, you know. Yeah. You know, and it scares the hell out of me every time.
Oh yeah, no, the entertainment screen here is very nice.
So is this 8-inch, 7-inch?
This is an 8-inch screen.
Cool.
We've got the navigation here. I'll be honest, like a lot of cars, as I was saying, you know, it's not great putting in your address there, but it's also got Apple Play and Android Auto. So once you plug those in, you can obviously do your maps from there, get your music up. So it has got its high-tech elements.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what you needed.
And as we get moving, we can probably explain like a few of the other features that you have. But I think a lot of the value of this car is actually in the drive, which is what we get to do now.
Right now, let's do it.
Why not? We can see this bad boy. Wait, what?
Oh. And there's
take me to Hyde Park. Awesome, thanks.
Oh,
here he is again.
He's not back again, is he?
He's back for the third time.
With a coffee this time.
Why do you always just...
I mean, we're in Richmond Park. Why would you possibly need to go to Hyde Park?
It's just not the right park, okay? You don't understand.
This park is arguably better than Hyde Park. I've got deers and everything. Well, you're going to come with this journey with us. It seems like whether we like it or not. So let's enjoy it together as we go through this MG ZS EV exclusive experience.
Road trip, baby!
All right.
Let's
Put
do
the foot
it.
down.
Oh.
No.
No.
Should I stop? I'm stopping.
No. We can roll.
But
who wants to roll before we check out the panoramic sky?
Nice.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. I didn't even clock that.
This is a very nice touch, and not a touch that you see in a lot of cars around London.
Does it go the full way?
It does go the full way.
Or is that the limit?
You got your air here, or you can close this up if you want as well.
Good to go.
Now we're good to go.
You paid for parking? No.
What? Right, and we're moving away.
We're moving off.
I think now could be a nice time maybe to talk over a little bit of the things that we got going on in the car. I know that you've had the sniffles recently.
Yes, I'm not at 100% today.
Sinuses isn't working.
I'm just fighting off the... oh, God damn it.
As well as you would like.
That was insane.
I was going to say that one of the nice things about this car is that it moves over the speed bumps nicely.
Yeah.
But just as we've seen there, it's clearly not Richard Tester proof.
I went too fast over the speed bump. But generally speaking, it's been great over them so far. But yeah, going back to the original point.
You've had the sniffles recently. I've felt it in the office.
It's been going around. It's been going around. It's that time of year.
And I'll tell you, that is the perfect time to say that this has heated seating.
Okay, can we turn that on?
Which is very nice.
That'd be great, because it's a bit chilly at this time of year.
And, you know, I think you're noticing that in these cars in general, you're finding a lot of heated seating. One of the nice things about that is that it means that you don't have to worry about just spraying heat into the car, which obviously can consume a lot of electricity. You're just focusing on heating up the part of your body that you need to in that instance.
Yeah, it's a really efficient way to just get the job done and keep warm and keep that range high as possible.
And in general, I think this car does that really well with a lot of its features. You have regenerative.
So what was that? So I can't do.
You have a very difficult to pronounce word.
Which is?
Regenerative driving,
yeah.
which means you can shift up and down between the gears based on how much energy you want to use. And obviously that will help in conserving your energy. And you also have eco mode as well, which is great.
Which is what I currently have the vehicle on.
Yeah, and one thing that's really nice as well is the sound system. You've got 3D sound in this.
All right, that sounds like a gimmicky marketing. You see, I can't get words right. That sounds like a gimmicky. Oh my god. Okay, so that sounds like a gimmicky marketing thing that I'd make up.
Yeah.
Please elaborate on 3D.
Well,
sound.
look, odds are it is a gimmicky marketing thing that you could have made up.
But I'm sold.
But yeah, I think that one of the things about the 3D sound is that you don't have to play music for everyone in the car. You can actually isolate that sound just for you in the driver's seat.
So if I want to listen to the 1975 and you want to listen to Spice Girls, we can both do that at the same time?
No, not quite. But if you're in the car by yourself, why bother about playing music out into the back seats where you could just make it a more honed in experience for you in the front seat?
I'm feeling it. I'd like to test it out at some point.
Yeah. Another nice feature is you've got the rain sensing wipers.
Yeah, and I've actually noticed that already. We're all becoming very lazy, aren't we, as a society?
The suspension is not that great, but one way that they've worked on compacting that is by making it raised off the ground a little bit more.
Yeah.
So for a general city drive, you'll find that it's probably quite a smooth experience. But here, like moving around Richmond Park, it does get a little bit bumpy.
Okay.
But how does it feel?
Right in this moment, because of these kind of roads, it's not the greatest experience.
I think you'll probably find the effect of that works a little bit nice when we're in the city. When I say MG, what do you think? What springs to mind?
I know that it's owned by a Chinese company. Am I right?
It is owned by a Chinese company, yeah.
I think reputation-wise, it probably needs some work to do in the UK.
Yeah.
It hasn't got the best association, let's say, with the Toyota.
Yeah, which is strange because it's actually been quite an old company in the UK. They were best known back in the day for making midget two-door cars.
Well, this is definitely not one of them.
And actually they were kind of the Morris cars.
Okay.
And it was owned by William Morris. And then they were bought over by.
Is there a William Morris pub in there?
There is a William Morris pub, and I think there's a William Morris cigarette as well.
Okay, good to know.
But I'm not sure if it's all the same guy.
Sorry, I was distracting you from your lovely storytelling. Please continue.
Well, they were then obviously bought by Rover, who were kind of dealing with the MG brand for a while, and recently have been bought by SAIC or SAIC Motors in China. Interesting about SAIC Motors, they have the biggest Sino-Western automobile deal in the world with Volkswagen.
I'm impressed.
And they actually own 40% of General Motors. They are actually the biggest car manufacturer just on pure car output in China today.
So that's that, yep.
And they've invested billions in EV. So actually this car isn't just a run-of-the-mill one-off model. It is a very calculated and orchestrated effort by these manufacturers to make one of the kind of highest spec EV cars on the market today.
Have you been reading Wikipedia? Was you long into the night doing your research into this?
Listen,
I'm loving this historical story. No, please go on. But no, it's very interesting. I did not know that actually, and that kind of puts any kind of fears to bed about this brand. Is there anything else I should know if I'm interested in getting an MG ZS EV exclusive?
Well, yeah, we can rattle off some of like the features that you'll find inside the car itself. You won't bang, bang, bang?
Okay, oh, yeah, that's it.
I can literally bang, bang every feature in this car.
You've got 10 seconds.
Right now,
You've got 10 seconds to list 5 features.
Speed information warning, speed assist mode. You've got your lane assist system, your assist mode, audible alerts, alert sensitivity, MG pilot. Just driving maintenance, you've got your hill descent control system.
More than 5 things, you've done it, mate.
Follow me home lights, find my car, steering wheel button settings so you can pick what each button means when you do it. I mean, this is packed with features. Vibration alert.
We're now entering the real world. Go on.
Oh, the real world.
I wanted to know, about the charging situation. So talk to me. What's the official? I kind of briefly mentioned it already, but if you can give me the official range, what the kind of actual range is, how long does it take to charge, where can you charge it, what's the charging type?
Whoa.
Oh no, sorry, that's quite a lot of stuff. I was just reading it off my head. It was all there, but this is people have a right to know, Ish, and you have the answers because I'm driving right now. I don't want to crash, so come on, reel it away.
I can give you the answers. You know what? I'm going to read you the answers.
Okay, but say it in a nice, articulate way.
7 kilowatt charging is going to do you 6.5 hours.
Okay.
But that's obviously your slowest charging port.
Do it when you sleep.
50 kilowatt charging
Okay.
will get you from 0 to 80, and the 7 kilowatt, by the way, was for a full charge. 50 kilowatt charging will get you from 0 to 80, which, as we know, is quicker getting to 80, and then after 80 it slows down a bit. It would do you in 40 minutes.
Okay, that's great. Have a cappuccino. Give Mum a call. Make sure she's all right. And off you go. I'm in the wrong lane. Yeah, I'm in the wrong lane. This has happened again. It's happened again.
We're back at the classic Rich trying to find his way into the correct lane challenge.
This happens every day.
We've been here before.
We have been here before. Conditions are a little bit wetter.
We've got a Range Rover to our right.
You can't beat a Range Rover, although this is one of the best EV SUVs in the market. But can it beat a Range Rover? Only time will tell.
Okay, here we go.
He's drinking a coffee, slightly nonchalant.
All right.
Whip in.
Whip in. Just let me.
Whip in.
Yes.
Oh. Is it me, or did the EV SUV of the future just clean out a Range Rover?
I think it did.
Just a little bit.
That was touch and go right there. That was touch and go. I don't think he didn't beep, to be fair. Is he looking?
Oh, he can't even look you in the face.
Okay, left or right? Left or right?
Oh my god, go left.
Go left just to cut the Range Rover.
No, I can't do it again.
In the history of man, no EV SUV has ever cleaned out a Range Rover
I've got the ball to do it.
Twice.
I haven't got the ball to do it.
Right. Well, the Testmaster General's taking a break, so what better time than now to check out the boot space? And what a boot it is. On the surface, looks like any other ordinary boot, but you would be wrong to think that, because like a rabbit in a hat, there's more than meets the eye. You pull this out, and not only have you got a neat compartment there for all your charging utilities, but you can even put this deeper, and at the blink of an eye, you've just made yourself a few more inches. What more could you need? Go to ottocar.co.uk to check out even more exciting specs to add to this one.
Ish, are you feeling comfortable right now?
I'm feeling very comfortable right now.
I think I can tell you why.
Why? Because we're getting into an exit-only zone?
Oh, damn it. That was not good. Sorry. It's because you're sitting in leatherette seating. I'm just going to park right here.
Don't try and plug the leatherette seating and you just cruise through an exit-only zone. But I will say it is nice.
It's nice. It feels great. It feels premium. It comes as standard with every one of our cars, especially the MG ZS EV, and that's something that comes with the car.
It is absolutely freezing outside, Rich.
It is. I know that because I can feel it.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it's so cold, you can't even see any steam coming off the coffee.
No, you can't.
But our breath
It's there.
rolling out like a fog machine in a
Stop
nightclub.
blabbering and let's get on with the conclusion. Let's go.
All right, the drive. What's
Okay.
your rating?
Well, you know what? I think this is a nice show, and honesty is integral to the trust of our viewers and listeners. So I'm going to give it a 3.9.
Okay.
And why did I give it a 3.9? I hear you cry. Well, the city drive is pretty good. I'm happy with that. Sturdy. But if you put your foot down a little bit and you're going on these kind of windy little roads, or you're out in the motorway, it can feel a bit rattly and a bit tinny, to be honest. So I don't think, and obviously most drivers will be in the city anyway, so it's not really a big deal. But for those that might venture out, it could be not as an enjoyable experience.
I'll tell you one thing I like, because obviously 3.9 is not a low rating.
No, it's
still
not
pretty
low.
high.
It's not low. It's just we've had better scores.
One thing I liked, apart from that one speed bump that you hit at the beginning, which
I did, caught on camera, quite embarrassing actually.
which was
I had just turned out of the car park and was seconds into my drive. So you can forgive me for that.
Well, so there's a tip for all you PCO drivers: when you just turn out of a car park, ram the accelerator.
No, don't ram the accelerator. That's how accidents are caused. Okay. What did you think?
Look,
did you enjoy it?
Going over that one speed bump was a little bit of an adventure, but other than that, it was like, the car's size, the height off the ground. It was almost like it could shrug those off all day long. It was a sturdy vehicle.
It was. The height is a bit raised as well. There's benefits to it, but overall it could be a bit better.
Yeah. Bunch of toys in there as well, you've got to say.
It's crammed with features, and for a car that's actually considerably less than most cars on the PCO car range, that's awesome, right? It's absolutely rammed with them. Rammed, that's how you rammed. I've got my heated seats, I've got my auto rain wiping, I've got my awesome Apple CarPlay and Android, all them gizmos, and if you're a tech fan, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, PCO drivers, the ultimate rating.
Okay, all right, I will hit you, but not in that way. Overall score, 4.1. I think if you include the fact that there is actually a bigger range than you originally thought. So instead of that 175, if you're in the city, we drove off from Hammersmith HQ, and it was about 205, something like that.
Yeah, it was.
So if you're looking at that, it's a bigger range.
Which is more than they advertise on their own website.
I was actually quite surprised about that.
Yeah.
You've got that. The charging time's about 6.5 hours. The cost of the car is considerably cheaper than most.
Yeah, and it's 40 minutes if it's in a rapid charger
exactly.
as well.
So that should work for most drivers.
Yeah.
I think the overall experience is about a 4.1.
Yeah, I think that's a fair enough score.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good car.
Yeah. So what's happening? Where's the next review coming from? Who are we doing next?
Well, I was pretty sure that was you that was arranging that, Rich.
Yes, that was me. Okay. Stay tuned, because I don't know what's coming next.
He hasn't got a clue.
I have a clue. It's in there somewhere. It's all up there. Until next time, stay tuned.